My grandma's house she had cases of cartons of Kent cigarettes that she bootlegged from the Indian reservation. She had a connect that would get them tax-free from the Indians.
Right there. I like it.
She had the jug of Carlo Rossi wine, with the little fucking handle that she used to drink. She had huge ice cubes. She'd put that in there.
Ice and wine.
And she had the black box, like the illegal cable box. So I was watching porn at my grandma's house. She used to yell up the stairs.
Your grandmother was Jimmy Conway?
She would yell up the stairs.
Hey,
You're not watching
cherry, Grandma.
You're not watching the dirty channels, are you? And I was like, no.
Oh, man.
It was great.
Dude,
I love grandma's house.
Dude, if you had a like a porn channel connect in someone's house. Dude, if somebody
at that
had
point,
one
it
in
was
a 10-mile
gold.
radius of me,
Yeah.
we were all all the kids were just like in the basement.
Did you guys do a box of porn in the woods?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Magazines.
Yeah?
I would
old
find
school.
them. I was like, at that point, VHS and DVDs were already kind of coming out. So like,
Yeah, to me, I feel like you either really know the box of porn in the woods or it's totally foreign to you. But the people who know it, it's like,
really?
yeah, we were like,
I think
we had a huge
think
box
now,
of it, ride our bikes out there. And
Would you like add to it? And like, it was like a
I mean, I
communal
personally
chest?
didn't because I didn't.
You just
That's
knew
where I
where
got my
porn
porn.
was.
Yeah. Well, it was always like, I don't know who the first guy was, but it was
That's
always,
the thing.
an 8th grader when you're in like 6th grade tells you about it, and then you know the location and it's kind of passed on. And you hope it doesn't rain.
And
I found like soggy ones before. For sure.
I hope it was raining.
Still made it work.
Yeah.
But I think like you'll never be that aroused again. You know that, right?
Like,
you
I'll
can
go to the
never
woods for this.
you can never compete with that fucking robbing. And like kids today, it's too
throbbing.
easy.
That was too good of a word choice.
With a big
Got me
hearty
throbbing
pizza,
over
you
here
know what I
right
mean?
now.
What the
You don't
fuck?
remember when you were a kid,
It's a
you got a
PG
hard on, you
show.
felt like it was
What are you
going through
doing?
your entire body? You'll never have that again. And
When
the
you're
reason
so
it was-
horny, you feel it in your face.
so horny your mom's turned on. No, but like now it's too accessible. It's too out there. You know what I mean?
Well, that's
Kevin always says
this is my like claim. I want to like the only thing I think I could ever do like on stage, really like as a scripted material is this. I think that my age, I guess all of us kind of are the greatest generation.
Okay.
And it's not because of World War II or anything like that.
Sure.
We are young enough that we are computer and internet and technology savvy. We're not like, how do you turn on the fucking... And we are old enough to have gone through the struggle of
analog
trying to find porn, trying to find music, trying to find everything is so accessible now. So you're either too old and you're like, I don't want to use this internet thing, or you're so young that you're just like you've had HD porn and everything you want at your fingertips forever, so you're a spoiled asshole. Right in the middle,
kindergarten,
and you gotta earn it if you haven't watched like scrambled porn where you're trying to catch.
I'm saying,
dude,
you
hoping
don't
that
know.
boob, like slows up.
Yes.
Before you're like,
and it would every once in a while, and just be like,
yes. I mean that. To
I
me
used
is
to set
like
alarms.
earned.
I would set alarms to get up at like 6 in the morning to start downloading stuff on Kazaa.
Oh yeah, you had to.
Quee it up because I thought that's how you pronounce
Quee it up.
Heidelberg's got to stop talking, man. Dude, remind me to never fucking pull a bank job with you. Holy shit.
You're like, yeah, I watch porn. He's like, yeah, me too.
I used to set a tripwire for my parents.
You had to get crafty back then, though, because it would take hours, man.
Right. Yeah, when I get home from school, this will be downloaded. And that was.
And you hope it was real. It wasn't fake.
Yeah.
That's
it
the
wasn't
worst.
A fucking
Spent
house song.
30
Did you
36
ever
hours.
print out pictures? I did that
No, I
for
don't
sure.
think
That's some horny shit there, huh?
Well, it's like,
That's
where the fuck did all the ink go? You're like, I don't know.
I had that printer
Jenna
with the-
Jameson's
I
upstairs.
had to print out the whole fucking free screenshot of Jenna Loves Brianna.
Got a flip book. Man, that's pretty low, man.
Definitely
Printing
printed out
your porn.
pictures. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, man. It was like.
So
was
what?
like-
Just like bring them with you? Like,
No, I would just keep them in my room like a porn. You know what I mean? Well, like at that point, video. There was a time where video wasn't that accessible. Like
Right.
Napster, it was when Napster was out. Napster was just audio, really.
Right,
Like,
and
and nobody
LimeWire goes out.
nobody had the capabilities to download a fucking video at home.
Right.
And streaming wasn't really a thing. So it was
couldn't
like,
go buy it or anything yet.
yeah,
you're
and it
too
was
young.
like, I'm not gonna sit in my living room and fucking work off. You know,
Yeah.
like someone could walk in, like you're way too
the,
exposed.
the communal computer.
Yeah,
you know?
so you print it out.
That
you know,
that thing
save it for
that's a
later.
thing of the past too. You don't know the struggle of when someone
The
calls
one
and
tape.
kicks you off.
Remember
Here in the garage
one-
open or
The
something.
one
like,
tape.
Oh fuck!
It was the one tape. It had one lesbian scene at the end. All your friends fuck. You knew the script backwards and forwards.
Yep.
You knew the name of the key grip on the fucking thing. The guy who lit the shoot. You know what I mean? You knew everything about it.
Oh, dude, my buddy. So a kid growing up, his dad owned a bunch of
Oh, this is trashy.
fucking. video
He's
rental
like, oh,
stores.
buckle
To
up.
be associated
Oh, wow.
with somebody like this.
A bunch of video rental stores, like independents, you know what I mean? Like Steve's fucking
Yeah.
Steve's Rental. So when they went out of business, like when Blockbuster came in and whatever, he sold all the movies from like the 5 locations, but kept all of the porn. So dude, we're down in this kid's basement, and it's just like it's like a fucking finished basement, and there's just boxes. I'm talking like big U-Haul moving boxes to the walls, and we're not even thinking what's in them. And then like we're like wrestling. It was like out of a movie. It was like out of a movie. We're like wrestling. And like my buddy gets dumped into one, and like they all just open up, and we're like, dude, this whole box is full of porn. He's like, yeah, these are all full of porn. We're like, you're just telling us this now? What the fuck, dude?
That's like Goonies knocking over the treasure chest or something like that.
So then we would just like, he was like, dude, you can't take them. Like my dad counts it. I'm like, that's weirder than even having it. Yeah. The fact that he fucking counts
Like when
them.
your parents just you draw the line on the
line,
liquor
yeah.
bottle.
Yeah.
You're doing that with the porn.
Counting the porn. What the
So
hell?
I'm like, all right, so we would always make excuses to go downstairs and steal one. You know what I mean? Like, I think I left my sweatshirt in the basement. He's like, you haven't been in the basement in 6 weeks. I'm like, yeah, let me just double check.
I'm gonna run down and change the dehumidifier real quick. Do you a
Some
favor.
pump working. Let me go check the sump pump.
Dehumidifier.
Catching parents with the porn. That was always changed
Did
your
you?
perception of people's
I don't.
parents.
I have not experienced that.
I've never caught my
No, not
parents
my
with porn.
parents.
Oh,
But
yeah.
I've caught my parents with like sex games.
Ooh, I'm listening.
It was it was like one of those like I was looking through like my dad's closet for like his car keys or something
Yeah.
like that. I was old enough to know what it was. I
Yeah.
wasn't like a child, and it was like moving like a sweater or whatever, and it was like one of those like roll the dice.
Oh,
like,
okay.
Suck, put your
That-
hand here.
That's
whatever,
not
yeah.
so bad. That's
Yeah,
manageable.
that's
Hang on a
You
second.
find some fuck.
Car keys in the closet.
Yeah.
So it's in
Come
the
on.
attic, you know?
You know what you were doing.
Yeah. Maybe I was looking for Christmas. He does keep.
stumbled upon
I said
this.
car keys because he does keep his car keys in his closet. But I might have been looking for Christmas presents. I forget exactly what I was looking for, but I was not looking for what I found.
It wasn't Lunchables, I'll tell you that.
My buddies,
The Capri Sun's in here, Pop. What's it? Oh, fair enough.
my buddy's parents, we suspected of smoking weed when we were teenagers. So we were like, yo, let's go see if we can find some fucking weed. Like before you could like really buy it or whatever, like 14 or something. We're like, let's see if we can get weed. And we started looking around, and like this kid's nuts that he was just letting like 4 fucking teenagers root through his parents' shit. Dude, I'm going through sweaters up like in the closet and shit. And dude, we found them. First of all, like my buddy goes under his bed and pulls out like a fuck bag of like whips and chains. and shit.
That's what
I mean,
find
dude,
that
so
stuff, and
he's
it's like, oh,
dying. Like my one, it's not his parents. It's like just this other kid. And he's like, yo,
He's having
look
a
at this. And my
blast.
buddy's like, put that away, put that away.
It's a belt. It's a belt.
Then we found pictures of like Polaroids of his
Them?
mom. And we were like,
Holy
alrighty
shit.
then, let's
Time to
fucking-
go, but
yeah.
let me just take one
Yeah.
for the road.
Wow.
I want to take one for the road.
no,
It was a
no.
bad scene.
Oh, really?
No road.
I'd rather see you naked, dude.
That could be arranged, huh? And you don't need a Polaroid, I'll tell you that.